What's up, you guys? Okay, so wedding season is right around the corner, and I know that weddings this time around might be looking different, but one of the things that can stay the same is how fabulous and glam you look. So I cannot believe that it is going to be 5 years that I've been married this year. How did that happen?
5 years.
Crazy.
And so we decided today to recreate my entire glam look from my wedding. So I brought back the people that were there on that special day right by my side, ROKAEL and Ray. So we are going to recreate my wedding look. Thanks to Vegamore for sponsoring this video. We have so many memories from that day. I literally feel like it was just yesterday.
Literally.
We were in Paris, you guys. I was literally getting glammed in the Sex and the City suite, the Carrie Bradshaw suite at the most beautiful hotel. I got married at the Plaza Athénée in Paris with the sickest view of the Eiffel Tower in the background.
so beautiful.
We had worship music playing
We did.
the whole time.
I think you should.
Ray kept trying to make me drink champagne and I wouldn't do it. Okay, it wasn't that, guys, I'm not against like drinking champagne. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I just wanted to be so present
Yeah.
That's very true.
that I was like, I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to have been like slightly tipsy and then I didn't remember. So literally, I had no appetite. You kept trying to get me to eat the Caesar salad. Ray ate all my food for me and drank all the champagne for me.
Someone had to have all the
Yes,
fun.
somebody was having fun and it was these two because I was focused.
We were turned through.
That is the truth. That is,
Yes,
they
we
were
were.
turned up at my wedding and I was fully focused. I was over here like, Lord, prepare me not. But seriously, I took it, right? I was very
Very
zen.
serious, yes.
I was
And focus on
very
what you were there
zen.
for.
And most of the time while you were doing my hair and makeup, I was reading my vows, wasn't I? I had like done all these letters that I had prepared for Israel. It was 11 letters. We were sending letters back and forth. It was just very romantic. And I can't wait for you guys to see how they created the look because I felt absolutely beautiful. And I hope that this gives you guys some tips. Even if you're doing it yourself, you can look and feel absolutely beautiful. Would you say the first thing to do is prep? Prep the skin, skin prep. We have been on a journey of growing these brows out for now like ever. I'm literally the most hairless human being, you guys know this, so we need to put a little effort into my hair growth. So we have been using the Grow Lash Serum and also the Brow Serum. So we're gonna show you kind of how we do that, because this is something so easy that you can put every single day, not just on your wedding, but every day under your makeup, under your glam. Click the link below to get 20% off anything on the site when you use my code Adrienne. So while ROKAEL does my makeup, he also does his.
Yes.
He's like,
I
you're
got
not
to
gonna
look
be,
cute.
You're not gonna be the only fly person around here. We all gonna be cute, okay? We're right now gonna prep the lash serum and the eyebrow serum. What I love about this is that it's vegan, cruelty-free, and clinically tested. I love anything that's clinically tested because it's like, this really works. There were trials and everything that proved that this actually works. Don't front. Have you seen a difference?
Yes, your brows are definitely fuller.
So as you can see, Ray started with my hair just with a clean, fresh blowout.
Yes. And now we're just gonna add some clip-ins for length.
Yes, but this is the awesome thing. I was so obsessed with like preparing for my wedding. I had the most incredible tan. I did not do a spray tan, funny enough, for my wedding. Instead, I actually did a tanning bed that actually just built my own natural melanin. And I did that gradually, like for probably almost over a course of 2 months. Just literally going into the bed once a week and just building that up so that it would look completely natural. And again, because I was wearing a white dress, I didn't want any of that to get off on the dress. And even then, ROKAEL still bronzed me. Obviously, I'm not as tan as I was for my wedding, but ROKAEL can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. I know that you know that I've gotten microblading done on my brows, but while that is almost like a shadow created behind the hair, I still actually have to grow some hair on these brows. And I have seen such an incredible difference. Like literally, this has completely changed my brows. So when I use brow gels that actually spike up the hair, which is very trendy right now, you guys know the fluffy look is all the rage. You can't do that if there's not actual hair there. Consistency is definitely key. So like you literally have to use this every single day for at least 2 weeks to start seeing some real changes in your brows and in your lashes. So you want to move on to the lashes? Mm-hmm. Got that lash serum.
So now we did this, and then we're gonna do this.
But I literally see a difference. Like when I spike it up, I got a little Jessica Alba spike in the front. You know that Jessica Alba spike that we are all trying to get, where it goes like this?
Yeah.
Psh, baby.
And so you just basically apply it on the top. You do like one good swipe. And that is it.
I haven't done lash extensions in over a year. And literally I feel like using this has made such a difference. I feel like this has been the time to take care of your skin.
Yep.
To get your hair to grow, to let your brows flourish, to give your eyelashes a rest from eyelash extensions and things like that. And I've been pretty focused with actual eyelashes, like fake lashes.
You feel like there's something to hold on to?
Your lashes. Yeah, I need something to hold on to.
I did bring my eyelashes today too.
No, ROKAEL has literally the dopest lashes in the game. I'm obsessed, but you always have been the lash king.
Yeah, and actually you're like one of the clients that really helped and like inspired me to create them, because I always wanted to make something that was natural and it looked realistic.
Yeah.
But you know, still like glam and like not overwhelming the eye, because I feel like lashes can like make or break your makeup. So it's super important to have something that looks still realistic.
And I love that like literally wearing falsies gives your lashes a break to like do stuff like this underneath.
For sure.
And then you're like, I can still be super glam for the cam. That rhymed. But underneath, you're still really taking care of your long-term goals for your lashes.
We're gonna curl, and this is just gonna help also just to anchor the lashes later. Just curl a little bit.
I love it. Remember all the women in my family came in and prayed for me?
That was beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
A special moment.
Yeah.
I will never forget that. Like, I know exactly who was standing in that circle and just like what that meant to me. To have like these strong women.
And everybody took turns.
Yes! Everyone took a turn praying for me.
Mariah's prayer was actually the one I remember.
Yeah?
It was just so sweet. Oh.
I love. We love you, Mariah.
Woman
That
says the inside.
was so special. You can
Has
mention
Isabella ever
every-
spray tanned you before? Oh,
Isabel's amazing.
Yeah.
Isabel actually sprayed me. So guys, Isabel's the girl that actually sprayed me in my prep for everything that I was doing for coming back to LA and getting on camera. She is
amazing.
So that's the spray tan that I currently have, but it was like 2 weeks ago.
well, we're gonna touch her tan up with her
With
new
her products.
Yeah, this
She's
is her
the
new body
best.
glow. It's so good.
Yo,
It's called Instant Sheen.
I went into a machine and got the worst tan ever.
You want to make sure that you're matching the body to the face.
Yeah. And I had a strapless dress, so having extra glow on my shoulders was super important to me, right?
Yeah, we wanted you to be this
Bronceada.
Parisian goddess.
I had so much fun on that day. I also think, okay, if you are hiring a hair and makeup team for your wedding, I don't think that you should just hire people who are good at the craft, but also who have beautiful spirits. I think that that's so important because the energy that's gonna be around you on that day, you don't want anyone that's gonna cause anxiety in the room.
True.
You want it to be like peaceful. You want there to be laughter and like good times.
That's true.
I'm just gonna add a little bit of shimmer just to pop it a little bit more,
Yes.
and also make sure
Because
just a little.
we were hitting that collarbone.
Yeah.
Your girl was skin tay. I might have weighed, geez, I might have weighed like 95 pounds
Oh yeah.
at my wedding.
You were tiny.
I was tiny, so I had all kinds of, that is not the case today.
That's the
And
one
where
with-
does all of my weight go? My face. Always. That's why you are the contour god.
Yeah, but you do have amazing cheekbones. So whether
Yeah.
you feel like you're,
But my cheekbones are not bones. My cheekbones are actually just like chubby cheeks. And people don't
we
know
appreciate that.
People don't know
Makeup
that.
artists love that from
They're like, she has filler in her cheeks. I'm like, the last thing I want is to fill my face up. One of my biggest insecurities has been having like a really chubby face. And I've always wanted to have like a bony face. They told me when I got older that I would lose collagen and that it would become more gaunt. I'm waiting. I'm like,
Where's
please
the gaunt?
age me, like. But I love that with makeup there
You
is
can
so
change it,
many cool
for sure.
tricks. For my wedding day, I really had a specific look that I wanted. One, I wanted it to be timeless. That years from now, when my future grandchildren are looking at these photos, that they're not like, who was doing makeup like that? So I wanted something glowy. I wanted my husband to see me.
Yeah.
Like I wanted when he's staring into my face to see
Super
skin, to see a glow.
Yeah, we went for like a bronzy moment because I feel like that just works on everybody, and it doesn't
timeless.
It doesn't overpower, you know, the beauty that you already have.
I wanted her to be like natural, but like a natural beat. We still wanted to give glam because it was a glamorous dress, and
Yeah.
but again, because I had a lot going on the dress, it was very ornate. Like
Right.
it was not like
It was just the undertone.
glitter and shimmer.
Right.
It was very beautiful and natural. And hold please, because Ray is working on something that I need you guys to see, and it is a genius trick. Yeah, go for it. Okay, so we gotta explain this because it's ROKAEL's request
It is my favorite thing.
all the time. Go, you explain.
So basically, you just section a part of the hair, and you pull it back, and what that does is it lifts the eyes. So,
Okay, so let's show the difference. This is it with nothing, right?
And then you pull it back. It slightly gives her a little
Facelift.
you can do like a subtle, like, you know,
Little pull.
yeah.
Or
You could do like a
You could do
snatch.
like if she has a ponytail, of course. you know,
Which-
snatch.
being completely honest with you guys, I love my hair up because I love the feeling of having my face like pulled. I love it. I've been that way since I was little. Like literally my mom would do
Yeah.
my ponytail and I'd be like, higher,
Yeah.
higher. Like look what's happening.
Yeah,
Like
Let it
that.
go, let it go. That's a huge difference. Do it again.
it's like free Botox.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper too.
Yep.
So he's gonna section it out and kind of
Yep.
show you that while ROKAEL, what are you doing to this face?
So now we're gonna prime the lid. And first,
Prime the lid.
yeah, and I'm doing that just with the, you know, regular concealer. I'm just doing that so I can have a clean canvas so when I can work with the shadows, any color of her skin like that's underneath won't pop through and the shadow can actually like show up.
Yeah, and some people actually have like red eyelids too, right? Or like
Or just veins.
veins.
Yeah, or any discoloration. It just allows for the, you know, the canvas to be able to be smooth and you can really create the shape of the eye without like having any other colors. Like anything that's like just a nice concealer that's smooth and creamy. And then I just set it with like a powder. And I'm actually gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter powder.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this is to make sure she is locked in.
All-nighter. And what color do we use?
It's just actually one color, so waterproof.
Oh.
Yeah, waterproof setting powder. Because you know sometimes just the waterworks come out. It's a very special day, so you want to make sure that it's all nice and locked
Ooh,
in.
I didn't even think of that. Waterproof mascara and all of that.
Yep, you have to waterproof eyelash glue. It is a little harder to take off, but you know, for days like that, you don't want to be crying and then you're like, your lashes flapping
No,
around. Yeah.
that is not the look we're going for.
So it's super important to use products that are gonna make sure they get, you know, through the waterworks.
And it lasts for the next day too.
Yeah.
The makeup still looks just as beautiful
The next day.
I actually did all of my wedding photos the next day. I put my gown back on
In the morning.
the
actually.
morning and did a bunch of, because I didn't want the day of my wedding to be like a photo shoot. My makeup was still holding so cute the next day that
Just
all
touched
we
up.
did was a little touch up, put my dress back on and went.
Set it and forget it.
Oh,
Set it and forget it. No, real talk though. Now that my eyes are all primed, we're gonna move into eyeshadows. So I love that he literally just set my skin, we're all moisturized, and that's just soaking in while you do my eyes.
yeah, so there's any fallout, you can just wipe it and then you don't have to like redo your foundation.
Oh yeah, because don't you hate that when you put eyeshadow on, that's what fallout is, it then falls down here.
And you've destroyed all your like concealer work,
Yeah.
your foundation. It's like little, you can give yourself bags and you don't want that, especially on your special day.
Not on the special day.
What I'd like to start with first is a little bronzer, and I use a big fluffy brush. This is just so that you can kind of carve out the crease and then you can come back later with real eyeshadow. But to tie in, because I'm gonna use that on her face later, it just creates like a nice monochromatic finish.
Come on, bronzer.
And then just come into the socket of the eye.
Ooh, dig in that crease frame.
Yeah, and Adrienne has a beautiful eye socket.
Oh, thank you. My socket and I thank you. I have a beautiful eye socket. Guys, that's actually what we're here to do. This is to encourage me and tell me that I have good sockets. On your wedding day, get you a tribe that's gonna surround you with so much love, encouragement, and they're gonna hype you up. All the gasolina. You need all the gasolina on your wedding day. It was just such beautiful vibes getting ready.
I know, it was awesome to be across the world in France.
I know.
I think that might have been the first time I was ever in France.
That was my
actually.
very first time.
Yeah.
And it was my birthday the next day.
Yes! So I got married November 11th, 11/11, and Ray's birthday is 11/12. We literally partied into your birthday.
Yes, then we had birthday brunch.
Yeah, we sure did. It was a Sex and the City moment. So I also noticed that I learned something from you. Although I've got great sockets, guys, I do have small eyes, so to speak, like this way. So I've learned from you that you actually extend my eye. He doesn't leave the shadow here. He drags it out all the way out here to where my eyebrow finishes.
Yep.
Or where you've painted my eyebrow to finish.
And then so what I'm doing is I'm just basically like pulling out the eye.
Pulling it
And
out.
then you come out with the soft, clean brush that has no eyeshadow, and you just kind of diffuse the edges a little bit more. But what that does,
Diffuse, so that it's
it
not
lifts.
harsh and it's not like, oh, hi.
Yeah, and then just lifts it, and then I'll come back with the makeup wipe and I'll lightly clean the edge, and it just leaves almost like an eyeliner effect.
Yeah, I'm seeing that right now. Can we get a close-up of that? Where's my close-up cam? Do you see that? It literally looks like a liner, but it's like just shadowed,
Yep.
and then you diffused it, right?
Yeah, you do it with like a soft brown, and then you can come back with like darker colors or eyeliner. So basically, I've been shaping the eye and carving a little bit of the crease. Now what I'm doing is I'm packing just a little smoke towards the outer part of the eye, and that's what's creating like the lift effect.
See that?
Most of the colors that I'm using have a lot of red and orange undertones to it, so that's gonna create like that bronzy effect. Rusty browns, a lot of like coppery tones.
I also see that none of these have shimmer.
No.
These are all matte, you guys.
Yeah.
What you don't want on your wedding day is to have a glitter bomb go off on your eyelids. Like, this is matte. Again, you want this to be timeless.
It's the frost.
Yeah, stay away from the frost. Ray, what you doing back there?
Well, we do not like crunchy hair
We
for
do
our
not.
hair. It's
And I
stressful.
don't like this barrel
No.
curl. I did not want a barrel curl for my wedding.
I use a flat iron because it gives you a chance to control your wave. With a barrel curl iron, it's just circle.
I wanted.
She really wanted it to
sex.
look almost wet, but still sexy,
mermaid.
but dry. She wanted so many things.
I wanted my hair to look like sexy. I woke up slightly disheveled, effortless, sexy bed hair. And I went and put on a gown, and walked
yeah.
down the aisle. That's the look I was going for.
You can start and stop your wave with a flat iron if you can control it, of course, right? So I'll
Yeah.
show you how this works.
Show them how it's done.
Easy 1-2 step.
I love that.
Comb it.
Also, you guys, for my wedding, I actually had my hair color was pretty much what it is right now. We added more blonde to my hair color so that it gave a softer effect. Again, I didn't go fully blonde. It was like soft highlights, a cinnamon golden feel, very natural, very sun-kissed. And I also had pieces that gave me more of that effect so that I wouldn't damage my own hair.
Yep.
So if you notice, the clip-ins that he's clipping in, they are probably blonder than my hair, and that's intentional. So that gives more of a pop of color so that I wouldn't have to put that much color and damage onto my own hair.
Highlights and lowlights.
Yeah, get yourself a pack of clip-in highlights.
So now what I'm doing is I'm just running a clean makeup wipe just right underneath and dragging it out. And what that does is it creates like almost that like soft eyeliner effect. From there, I'm just gonna come and just accentuate that a little bit more with the dark chocolate brown shadow.
So that's what we've started, and the chocolate brown goes in the crease, in the corner.
Yep.
So the darker colors on the outside.
Yep. Yeah, you always want to do that. That's what's gonna really pull. Lighter colors are gonna separate and open, and then darker is
Towards the
gonna.
middle.
It's good for like accentuating and pulling the eye out.
The difference a makeup artist can make, huge.
So now we're gonna carve the crease a little. And I like to pack the product into the bristles just to make sure that you're getting a really even blend.
Guys, I'm also a pro at getting my makeup done because I know where to look. When this is happening, you don't want to close your eye.
Yeah, because then you lose that part of the socket
Yeah,
where
you
it
lose
shows
the
you.
socket. You lose the good socket, guys.
So now I'm just grabbing a fluffy brush and I'm just like sweeping that bronzer one more time. And this is just to get rid of any like harsh lines or any like edges.
And that's just a clean, fluffy brush.
And just like a taper.
Diffusing.
From here, I'm just gonna pack like a bone color.
Okay.
You know, just like a beigey or like a cream color, but you want it to have like a little white undertone to it.
All right, so you're doing this with your finger.
Yep.
Why?
Because it'll really pack the color in. If I was to use a fluffy brush, it's not gonna really pack. It's just gonna like diffuse it a little.
Yes. I wanted my makeup not just to look beautiful in photos,
In person.
but in person.
For sure.
Because let me tell you, there have been times I've had my makeup done and it looks bomb in photos, but had you seen me in person, baby, I would have scared you. Like, it was just so intense, and like, that's what I loved about my wedding makeup, was that while it photographed beautifully, in person it was just as soft and pretty.
Yeah, and I always aim to make it look in person and especially also in video, because like pictures are really good, you can retouch, but in video you can't retouch that. So you want to make sure that it's like all those things when you're looking, your eyes are down, or you know, little details, like especially glow. I love glow, so I always want to make sure that I place it where the light's gonna catch it like beautifully. Sometimes people just go like ham because they want it to be shown, but then it doesn't look real.
So important. Ray, I see that you are clipping, and I know that people are gonna wanna know the placement.
Okay.
So I've had my hair done by tons of different hairstylists, and the one difference I notice is that you're not afraid to clip up top and clip high. Whereas I feel like no one will put a clip higher than here. I want you guys to see, I literally have a clip that's so high up right here. Explain.
It's literally just the length. I really use it for length because her hair is full enough there, but I really wanted to have the dramatic flare at the bottom.
The front of my hair is shorter, so I have a
Very
layer here that's here,
Yes.
and we want this front piece to be just as long and dramatic
Yes, dramatic
as the rest. Yeah.
So I put it here, right behind her hairline. If you space out maybe about 1/2 centimeter in the front, that's all you need to cover up. Well, she has a lot of hair again, like I said. As long as you have a lot of hair, that's all you need is 1/2 centimeter.
Ray is shady. Talking about, listen, if you don't have the hair to cover it up, I do not recommend this
I don't
technique.
recommend putting them too close to the front, but if you have
If you
hair
have the hair to cover
adequately,
it up,
put a little bit of hair underneath the track of her own hair so that it will hold the track in place while you're curling, because the worst thing that can happen on the day is that you snatch the track out
the
and she has a
slipping,
bald
or
spot.
it's slipping,
Very true.
slipping out.
So
So make sure you invest in some good,
yes, a nice good clip.
some nice good clipping.
Test them out the day before. You never know.
Maybe your engagement picture time might be a good time.
Ooh.
'Cause then you can know your
That was a good
makeup's gonna
idea.
look- I would be like, do the
Yeah.
same thing for my wedding day. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting foundation, and I'm using it with like a big fluffy brush. Yeah, it just helps me to create that really like nice airbrushed effect, and that way I can control how much I'm putting on the skin. Sometimes I love the beauty blender, but I like to use it after so I can really like smooth out or remove the excess. But this is like a way of like working into the skin.
Okay, so we are using the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere.
Or is it Lumiere?
Exactly how you just said.
Oh, okay, Ray. He got his little French hat on. He think he's doing something.
been twice.
Come through with your beret. Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, and the color I am using is 3-in-1 Buff.
Yeah, buff. Yeah, so I'm basically matching the tan now.
My face is always lighter. Comment below if you too have a face that doesn't get a tan. Your body be turning all kinds of brown, but your face stays light. What's up with that? Guys, do you see how he's doing this? Like, he's doing it with love, and I swear that's the key. Like, so detailed. Like, anybody watching this would be like, is he still just buffing the skin?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Well, another reason too is because the foundation oxidized. So as it oxidizes, you want to make sure that you still like blending it out, because it could have grabbed like a little patchy.
Okay, so Ray, you are now curling the hair on top that you need in order to cover the
Yes.
pieces. We did a severe deep part, which I loved. When we say severe deep part, like to some people, this is a side part.
So not a side
Guys,
part.
I always try to explain how important the forehead contour is, and I feel like no one really understands what I'm saying.
Well, one, it creates that very like halo, like glow effect,
Yeah.
especially for camera.
Not only that, I also feel like it makes your face look thinner. Like the way you contour here, and then you're gonna contour in here. Like all of that, just like.
Yeah, it's creating like almost like the little heart-shaped face, which is the one that's the most appealing to the eye.
I do not have a heart-shaped face, guys. I have an oval face that we're giving the illusion.
So now I'm contouring. I'm bringing in the little cheekbone a little bit. And I'm just
But
using a cream
I think
contour.
it's so important for people to know that you contour with cream.
Yes.
You do not contour with powder.
I will after, but it's first I like to do cream because it kind of lets you really play with it. When you do powder, it like will grab right there and then it's kind of hard to get rid of it. So this way you're still able to manipulate the product, and then once you know like you've shaped it the way you want.
The key to my contour coming out great is that I stay perched the entire time. Like literally, I'm like,
Yeah, that helps a lot.
be a good client. You know, like this person's trying to make you look beautiful, do your part too. You know, like try doing the contour and you're here. Yes, girl. Oh, the champagne. Hey.
Picking up my kids.
Can you bring the flower girls in? Let me approve this hairstyle.
Yeah.
Hold up. And this makeup artist is trying to chase your face to do the makeup. Like you have got to give yourself, number one, enough time to sit quietly
For sure.
and peacefully so that you're not rushing. Again, you want to feel at peace and you want to feel your best and you want to feel your most confident, and you're not going to feel your most confident if you felt like you were rushed. Okay, guys, this is the nose job that I got. Hold on, let me show you my nose job. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah, so we put like a bronzy color with like the deeper shade so that could really create that dimension that you want to create, like the snatch. And now I'm using a very precise like angled brush, and I'm just running it towards the side of it. So I'm almost cleaning it up and really creating that pinch. And even though it can look a little scary for some people that are just starting off, because it's cream, you can literally blend it.
Literally, I have a new nose right now. It literally changes
like-
the whole shape of my nose.
You can also like play with the ball of the nose. Like you can.
You've
make a
done that
triangle.
before, where you make it like this and you make it look like it turned up.
Yeah.
'Cause you know my nose hangs down.
Here.
This is so important, guys. Pay attention here, because this for me was life-changing, face-changing, nose-changing.
Yeah, so now we're gonna just pick up the ball of the nose and literally just running like a little line across. See what that does is it creates like this like pinched up,
It does.
like a slope almost.
Snatched.
A lot of people think when you contour your nose, they think that you have to make these really wide like contour lines, and that actually makes your nose look bigger.
You do them super
So
thin.
it's super important to make sure that it's like really, really thin coming down like the very inner part of your nose, and that's what's gonna create the most like snatched effect. That's why sometimes like when I do A's makeup, they're like, she got her nose done. And it's like,
Who?
just good contour, you. A.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They're like, no, her nose is I'm like, literally
Contour.
contour. And I cannot perfect this how you have. I do my best, but even they would be like, Adrienne and her 2 black lines on the sides of her nose. You do it the best, for sure.
Cream blush, because I'm gonna blend out the contour, but I like to like merge them together at the same time. So this is a good way of doing it. I'm actually using more of like a corally kind of color, so it's these like bronzy and peachy.
In a lighter color?
Same
color?
color? Because I'm actually gonna come in with like a cream concealer now. But because we put the foundation underneath, I want the textures to still kind of like marinate and like merge together. So I'm just kind of coming through, like lightly tapping it in. Another trick is I like to use foundation sometimes as concealer, because if you use just like a lighter one or like a peach undertone, it'll still highlight. But sometimes concealers can be like really thick. And so that creates more like texture.
So right now I am adding just a little bit of Unite drops
Oh
to,
my God, I love their argan oil. Their Unite oil is my favorite thing ever.
it's going to give the effect of your hair being
Glossy.
just a little bit damp,
Yeah,
but
almost.
dry.
So I like to use sometimes just a foundation, like if you get like whatever your face color is, just to get another one that's a lighter color or like a peach undertone, and putting that, it'll just still look like the same texture, but it'll still like highlight and neutralize. If you need to like cancel anything out. And now I'm just blending out the contour. And I'm actually pushing up. Like a lot of times people with contour, they go down. So you end up bringing your jaw like lower. When you're doing this, you're like making sure you're blending it, but you're keeping all the height of the cheekbone.
Up. In a circular motion, up. Guys, the moment has come. We're bringing the drama. I feel like the lash, in my opinion, totally changes. Okay, people always ask me, what's the difference between doing your own makeup and getting your makeup done? Or the difference between the look of everyday makeup versus glam and camera ready and like professional, it's lashes.
Yeah.
Lashes for me totally changed the game.
Totally. It definitely can change the shape of the eye. You can manipulate it. I have a couple ones from my own line here.
Guys, you have to check out ROKAEL's lash line. The packaging is to die for. Check this out. So dope. ROKAEL Beauty, people.
It took a whole year to design that logo. Let me get
So the ones that we're doing right now are moon bows.
I think we're gonna try moon bows. That's the thing about lashes. I kind of try a couple different ones and see which one I like the most,
I
depending on
love
the
that he
vibe.
does that. He literally puts them up to my eyelash line without any glue on it yet, and he kind of just places it there, sees what it looks like. I definitely would recommend that when you're working with lashes.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that they're exactly the look that you were going for, that they're the exact length that you
Yep.
need. So
that's
I
what it
love
is.
that. So right now, what are we trying on? Moon bows?
Yeah, so I trimmed the outer corner just to make sure it fits your eye, like a spiky, fluffy one. So I feel like this could be that vibe. She might be a little too
That's so
dramatic.
pretty.
We were going for more subtle though, right? But I love this. This moon bow, I would use this for red
Yeah, like a
carpet
moment, yep.
or
So I think with
Love.
you, we're gonna go with Saluna. Saluna's more of like a cat eye shape, but it's still like a demi-wispy, so it's still very natural.
y'all know that I'm like a lash girl. I've tried on every lash you can imagine. There are sometimes the ones that like poke you or feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable. These are the most comfortable. They're weightless, amazing look, and you can get all of these different options at rokaelbeauty.com, right, babe?
Yes, you can.
Boom.
So this is Classic Chem from KKW Beauty. But I love this color. It's just like a perfect like taupey brown, but with like a little bit of a pinky undertone.
You're the one that taught me to overline my lips. And you also taught me to put highlight on my Cupid's bow that makes them look even bigger.
Yeah, like it brings the pout out. When you're wanting to overline, you always want to keep the overline mainly by the Cupid's bow and then down here. Because if you overline all of this, sometimes it's like a giveaway. So you like trick the eye. Because basically the lip goes like
Yeah.
the perfect lip shape
Plus
goes like
at your
that.
points is when you fill it in the most.
Yeah, that's gonna be the most like realistic overline like pout
Got
effect.
it. You really do look like your wedding day, though.
That's so weird, right? Israel's on his way here. I'm gonna be like,
Does that look familiar?
I do. Be like, well, here we are again.
5 years later, and I still look the same.
Crazy, right?
This is a color Classic Chem. Yeah, and that day we used like a peachy like.
Yeah, I don't
chili
think
color.
this collection had come out
Yeah.
yet.
One trick that I like to do is I like to put like the blush that I'm gonna use on your cheeks on your lip. So I'm using this NARS Moritine color with like a fluffy brush. I'm just gonna give it like a little wash on the lip. Just so you connect the colors of like,
God, to make it all make sense.
and sometimes I'll run it through a little bit on like the eye too, like on the eye socket.
That's pretty.
So you just like you put it like right here.
I wanted my husband to still see my face. Like you can see my freckles. You can like oh, like I see you for like who you really are, not like
Yeah, not like this cake.
not like I don't recognize the woman I'm marrying.
Yeah.
Like that's to me was super important, and I feel like, granted, this is a whole other woman. It still looks like me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what does it. This is what does it.
This is like the little glow. So I'm using like a very, very soft brush. And I'm just running the glow down the bridge of the nose. And a little more mascara on the bottom, but then that's it.
So around this time, my veil was lost. We were ready to go. Lonnie was putting me into my corset,
She was.
and it was time to walk down.
All right. That's it.
All right, guys. This was my wedding glam on my wedding day. We're keeping it really real. I think my hair was a little longer.
It was a little bit
It was
longer.
definitely like down to here.
We want it really long.
We went really long. We don't even have those clip-in pieces
Anymore?
Guys, I love this. This is like, this little stroll down memory lane was everything to me. I hope that this was helpful to any of you brides out there, or if you just got a fly occasion that you want to show up, if you got a Zoom meeting that you just want to blow them away, go for this look right
Got
here.
some tricks.
But I love you guys. I love you
love
guys.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks again to Vegamore for sponsoring this video. Mwah. Besitos.